Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame D-Line, and all that other good stuff. But this is not about that. Actually, you'll probably see another video, um, with just some problems with downloading on that video I actually made yesterday. But I didn't want to let things go by without paying tribute and mourning the death of definitely one of my favorites of all time, lifelong. I'm a Cavaliers slash Laker fan, and watching Kobe Beam Bryant, come up. I remember all that stuff. We're roughly the same age. I'm a little younger, but I remember when the Lakers stole him. It was, I believe, it was a trade for Vlade Divac. Ridiculous, but I can't remember who the team they robbed was. But I know Vlade Divac. Was it either Sacramento or I don't know, man. My brain, usually I'm on point with this stuff, but it just brings a lot of things to pass. Not just the mourning of, I know most people say this is a celebrity, but when you watch somebody and you root for somebody for so many years, and even at times inspired by so many people, and people sort of become like family, when you know what I mean, in a strange kind of way, and you know what I mean. You have a certain feeling for them, and I do say that was my cat, man, and to not just to see him go, but to see his young daughter go, man. And I became a fan of her. I was looking forward to seeing her journey if she made it to UConn, and what she would look like, you know what I mean, as a basketball player as she got older. And, 7 other people, a couple other young kids, it's a tragic thing, it's a very tragic thing. And it often really, things like this, which this of this magnitude, of celebrity, doesn't happen very often, but it often puts things in perspective as far as life in general. I will say this is that, the big picture is, it's a tragic loss for a young man who was doing some big things, not just on the court. I've been following him, and some of y'all don't know he won an Oscar last year, or was that the year before? But I believe it was last year's Oscars, and he was doing this thing with these, kids' stories and stuff, and he was also doing the motivational thing with the Mamba mentality, and it's a lot of good interviews on YouTube, and just a lot, man. And it's rarely that I have a trouble with words, so y'all stick with me. But I will say this, man. Listening to the Mamba mentality, which I had been listening to as I take my journey on self improvement and getting things together, even with the business side of it. The one thing that it's funny or ironic that he spoke the most of is learning from failures and learning from loss. Learning from the things that you have, and having a good relationship with that. Becoming better. Even at one point in there, he said you don't get better when you win. Winning is a product of what you already are. Losing, shines a light on all the things that you can improve about yourself, and that you can improve about, you know what I mean, your makeup and your situations and everything. And it's very, very true. When things like this happen, and I go back to this, hopefully, although it's a situation where it's definitely a loss, that's a loss for the NBA. It's a loss for the world, because I do believe that this guy was going to do some major things and inspire a lot of people. He already had been, talking to many sports teams throughout college and pros and other athletes, and speaking at universities, inspiring to change lives, doing things with kids, it was going to be an amazing journey that I think we all are robbed of. But the one thing that we can get out of this is truly that life is short. Whether you're a multi-million-dollar talented young man like Kobe, or if you just an everyday man like me with dreams, you do have to understand that every day of your life, man, is just it's serious, man. We take a lot of things for granted, man. And you look at your kids, and you look at your family, and you look at the different things that you have in your life, and it's really, really sad that oftentimes, we get to the point where we think that all of our controversy and all of our nuances and all of the small things in the world that we put so much energy to is the most important thing in this world, but it's not. You know, our people and our lives and our kids, this is important. You know, it breaks my heart just to, you know, to think of that situation, to think of the situation where, you knowing that this is the end and, no telling, but your baby is right there with you. And, now his family is left to mourn him. His wife, two young babies and an older daughter, I believe she's 17. And we get to a point where we think that everything else is important. And life really ain't that, You're not living life if you're not engaged in the things that truly matter in your life. So taking a page out of the Mamba mentality, I hope that we learn from this loss to be better family members, to be better fathers, to be better daughters, to be better mothers, to be better friends, to be better at everything we do, because life is very, very short. And even the greatest of us in this life, are mortal. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And you don't want to be the person with all those regrets at the end, You don't want to be the person who, I wish I did more. I wish I made more phone calls. I wish I hugged you more. I wish I said I loved you more. I wish I laughed more. I wish that all the things that we was tripping about wasn't, it wasn't that serious. Now I just wish I had one more moment with you. You don't want to be that person. If nothing else happens from the loss, like I say, it might not mean as much to y'all as it does to some of us, but we can I think all of us can equally say that we are shocked, to get that news. So if you don't take anything else from it, man, it's a very tragic thing, man. 9 people died, kids, a whole family died. I mean, it's a reality check, you know what I mean? That today is an opportunity for you to be better. Today is an opportunity for you to grab a hold of things that you love. Today is an opportunity for you to embrace life in a different manner and look at it through a different set of glasses, If nothing else, Kobe, Bean, Bryant, and the other souls that unfortunately perished yesterday left me with that thought, that you can do better, You can put life in a better perspective. A lot of the things that we focus on are just not that fucking important, y'all. It just ain't. You know what I mean? Kiss your babies, love your kids, man. I can't imagine what his wife is going through right now, but I send my prayers out to him and anyone else. It's not all about popularity or that he's famous, but anyone going through anything, man, embrace your people and understand that, this is a momentary thing. This is not even, you're not even guaranteed today, You're not even guaranteed today. Every moment that you have, reach out, love somebody, start living our lives in a method of love and appreciation that God gave us this moment. Because it's not promised to you. It's a level of arrogance that we all believe we can make plans for next week, we can make plans for tomorrow, but this ain't guaranteed, man. It's not guaranteed, You got something in your life that means everything to you that you're neglecting, I promise you. Reach out, Be good to yourself. Take care of your health. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself, Be happy. Fuck everything in this world that's bringing us down, man, because we living on borrowed time, and I'm not bringing a dark cloud over it. I'm actually hoping that I'm shining a light on some people's lives. We wander through lives like we got forever, and it's not forever. We don't even have forever with the people that we love. Every time you look at a face that you love, that might be the last time. Trust me, I know. You know what I mean? Trust me, I know very, very well, Nearly 23 years ago, I seen my mom bring me a pair of tennis shoes and was smiling, and I hugged her, and you know what I mean? We were supposed to get together in another 2 weeks, and, she went home and literally, within 48 hours, was getting a call at, 1 o'clock in the morning. That, she had been murdered, and my aunt, who was also my godmother, had been murdered, and never seen him since, And 23 years later, I still got those memories. I still got the memory to hug. I can crystal clear see it on the front of my grandmother's steps, a house that doesn't even live there anymore, with my grandmother who is no longer with me. You know, last time I seen her, you know what I mean, I was headed to prison, you know. Moments, you know, that sometimes you wish you could get back, but you can't. But you can get the moments that you have now. Just something to leave y'all with, man. Kobe. I hope the whole entire NBA retired number 8 and number 24. You know, I hope that y'all take the time to go on YouTube, Google some of this brother's, the way he spoke and the way he pumped life into situations, the way he pumped determination into situations, because he left us with a lasting legacy that's far beyond basketball. He was about to motivate the world, and I think he left enough that he can motivate and change a lot of lives. So y'all check into that, man. Mamba out. Peace.